Hey everyone, Michael Estabrooks here. Today's business tip that I want to talk about is how do you define success? Many people ask me, why did I choose $1 million or by 25 for my big goal that I put out into the World Wide Web off of michaelestabrooks.com. And that's not really how I define success. It's not becoming a millionaire. The way I define success and the way you should define success is the value or the outcome of your success and what it brings to the people around you. So the reason I started my site is to inspire and to motivate people to take a risk, to start thinking outside the box and not looking for a government or for someone to give them a handout or for jobs just to pop out. I want to inspire people to go through life with the passions that they have and to actually work hard and overcome their fears of not going and following through with an idea. My site is obviously focused on entrepreneurship and business, but a lot of the tips in there, it can go with anything. Even if you take a full-time position, you work for a company, which 95% of the people in the United States, they do work for someone. You can take the information of taking a risk. Go to your boss and say, look, I have a business plan. Or go to your boss's boss if they're not going to listen and say, look, I've done this PowerPoint. I've done the research. This is going to save the company hundreds of thousands of dollars or thousands of dollars, and you should listen. If you're confident, you really can succeed. But I'm kind of getting off topic already. How do you define success? I define success by how I create value for people. Other people can define success on what they personally have received. So it could be, let's use what my goal was. I become a millionaire. That's great. If that's how you define success, that's good. It could be financial freedom. It could be your business is successful, and how that becomes, what you define that as successful could be it's profitable. That's a great goal. If your business is profitable and you're making enough money to live off of, that's better than what the average business outcomes. And if you can do that in a year or under 3 years, you're above the average business startup. How else can you define success? You can just define success of how big your network is, how many people you know, how many people you are able to touch. It could be the number of employees that you have. You feel better that your business isn't just successful, but you've hired lots of people and you're able to offer them jobs and actually help them become more comfortable. You can counteract what everyone complains about in the government and with minimum wage or if you were working for minimum wage, how little you really get. You, as a business owner, you could define your success by saying that I make sure my employees are well off or comfortable enough than the average American if they had to work for, say, a minimum wage. It depends obviously on your business and how you pay, but that's another way of defining success. At the end of the day, though, you should have a plan of how you define success. Now, you might be asking why. Why does it matter? Can't I just say, I want to be successful or I want to be X? And yes, you can. The issue is, if you don't know what successful is, you won't know when you reach that. So the outcome almost is, you need to break down success just as much as you had to break down why you wanted to start this business. What was the deepest feeling of the reason you wanted to start a certain business or go after a certain opportunity? Success needs to be broken down as far as you possibly can or as detailed as you possibly can, so when I reach this point, I know I'm successful. And then you can even push it further. After that, you make another new goal. I want to be even more successful. And it's X goal at that point. So let's go to an example. The first thing you might come up with is, I want to be successful. All right, so that's great. Everyone wants to be successful. And you say, I want to have a profitable business. That's what you count as success. But once you reach that, you make, let's use an example, you're making $10 of profit a year. Obviously, and this is a really bad exaggeration, but it's nothing, but you're still profitable. That was your original goal. Maybe your next goal is to say, I want to be successful when I have 10 employees. That's a great goal. That means one, you have to grow your business even further. Two, you need to actually figure out where you can fit employees in and why you need to have them. But that's your next goal that you can work towards. It could be, I want to be successful if I have 5,000 happy customers, or I have served 5,000 happy customers after you've hired those 10 employees. And you can just keep growing, and you can continue to recreate what success really means. So take some time, leave in the comments below, how do you define success? Whether it's as a business owner or personally, how do you define your success in life, and why do you define it that way? Hope this helps, and if you want to subscribe, it's right below, and also head over to michaelestabrooks.com for more blog posts and business tips. Thanks. Hey everyone, it's 10:16 at night, just finished up for the day. I'm about to go to bed, and just want to update you quickly on what I was able to get done today. Focused on going to meet with my friend, as I said, around 1 o'clock. Really good catching up with him, and he has implemented some great tactics. I'm gonna actually talk to him about receiving his planned schedule for his practice for golf and fitness each day. It is so laid out and so detailed. It is unbelievable. He's extremely organized with his structure, and by having that structure, he feels that he's able to track exactly where he is losing time and exactly what is he doing each day over the week, and he can then revise where he needs to add or cut certain areas to improve his golf game, both in the gym and on the course. So I'm going to try to actually get that and actually link it to in a blog post on michaelestabrooks.com to share with everyone, and hopefully give them better direction on what a good, strong schedule looks like. I also focused on just working on finishing up Formula Motorworks' business plan. I'm trying to get that done with John and Chris by Sunday, so we can have a finalized copy when we have our meeting. Other than that, my day has been going really well. Try to stay busy and get a lot of work done. I have my second ebook complete now with photos and my recipes. Just working on, as I talked about, editing it. And I'm starting on my 6th one now. Outside of getting books 3, 4, and 5, they just need the photos done. That just takes a little bit of time. Obviously, I need to make each recipe, take a photo, stage it, and all that good stuff, make it look good. Just, again, very time consuming. Anyway, I'm going to get to bed. It's been a long day. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. You can probably see how tired I look. But hopefully everyone enjoyed this, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.